I'm not.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we've got our July team meeting today. So I am excited. I wanted to make sure that I came in right after Summit so I can give you all the goodies. Carla, were you able to hop on any of the stuff for Summit?
I was on the live workouts, but not on the announcements or anything like that. But I was on top of like checking the page. So I did know some of the stuff that's going on.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so there is like so many good things that are coming on. I am so excited for it. It's going to be so exciting this next half of the year. It's going to be amazing. So, something to think about is that Beachbody gives a new program almost every quarter, and it's so solid. So we know that right now we've got for summer program, we've got the Amala program. We don't quite know what our fall program is going to be, but we know our winter program is going to be Job One, which is Jennifer Jacobs' 30-day program, which I am so excited for it because I feel like that is something that we can easily use and utilize as saying like, your job is one thing, and that's to take care of yourself, right? And that's what that program is all about. And I actually think that that is something that we can use for every program. Like we can always utilize that language and talk about that all the time. So I was super pumped about that. I wanted to bring up, I had all full intentions of making a slide presentation for you. It did not come out the way I wanted it to. Today has been kind of crazy. Hold on, I'm going to pull something up here because I want to make sure that I'm sharing everything because it was just so solid here. I posted in the team page also training from Keyshawn Graves, who is phenomenal. If you haven't heard her talk, I totally lost my Zoom. Where are we at here? If you haven't heard her talk, go into the team page and listen to Keyshawn Graves talk. I know it was kind of, because I was literally recording a screen. So if you haven't listened to that, listen to that. And then Brad talked in there too. I recorded that too. That was phenomenal. Brad was so good. I just loved listening to him. The other thing that we've got coming out is that Peppermint Mocha Shakeology. That's going to be coming out November 2nd. They decided that they are no longer going to do peppermint spice or pumpkin spice, which I was a little bummed about, but I love peppermint mocha. So that one's going to be coming out on November 2nd. And they are doing that gluten-free, and it's going to have the increase in probiotics. So that's going to be super solid. So that's something to talk about. Like gluten-free is a huge, huge deal. Like a lot of times people say like, well, I'm gluten-free. And I'll say, well, it's made on a gluten-free line, but it's not certified. And a lot of people who have gluten allergies are very nervous to try it. Some do, most are super nervous. So this is going to be super solid to let people know that all the vegan recipes are all going to be going in that direction. So that's going to be good. The mixed bike is going to be launching in September. We're going to get more info on that next month. Like I'm super pumped. Rumor has it they're going to have payment plans and things like that. So I'm crossing my fingers because like, I know I can't afford to just swipe a card and be like, yeah, send me my bike. Like my husband's like, please tell me. And I'm like, I'm crossing my fingers. So, so that's something that we'll keep an eye on. I know they talked about 2 price points. One was $1,200 and one was $1,500. The $1,200 is not going to include weights. $1,500 is going to include weights. I have to be honest, I have not done any pricing out there. So like, I have no idea like what a Peloton is. I have no idea. I know one girl left Beachbody. She was one of my customers. She left Beachbody. She wanted to do more Peloton type workouts. She got the Peloton app, but bought like a Schwinn bicycle, like a stationary bike. But I don't know, like, was she watching her phone, like that kind of stuff. This is going to have your full screen on in front of you. It's going to swivel around so that you could literally turn it. So your Beachbody On Demand is going to literally be on that. You can turn it and then do like the weight portions of the workouts and stuff like that. So I feel like so many new options if you have people that are like, well, I only have an iPad or I only have my phone, or they're like, well, I have a smart TV, but they can't seem to download Beachbody On Demand. This is going to be so solid if this is the route they want to go. And I think, you know, the way you want to talk about it is you don't want to talk about the bikes. Like when you think about it, you're gonna attract the people that you talk to and that you talk about. So if you're talking about champagne taste for those that are on a beer budget, it's not going to work, right? So you don't necessarily want to make it seem like, you know, everybody has all the money to buy on a bike. We just have another level of service that we can provide them, another way to get them in. Some people just don't like at-home fitness programs, or they just don't have that motivation. But having BODi available with the online platform classes, you'll have that option. You'll have the bike option. You're going to have regular programs. There's so many different methods that they're going to have. When I got started, I literally had 4 DVDs for T25. That was it. That was all I had. And then because I wasn't sure I wanted to buy anything else, I did buy, what did I buy? I bought Pio off of Amazon. And which you'll hear a lot of old coaches, that's what they used to do. And then when I was kind of like, I don't know if this is going to really work, Micah was like, okay, girlfriend, let's talk about what you're doing. And I wasn't doing anything. And she's like, 21 Day Fix is on promo. Let's get you in that. Let's get you started. And that was like when you really could only do whatever you had or what you could buy. So now, you know, it's so awesome to be able to talk to people about what their goals are. What kind of workouts do they like? What kinds of things have worked for them in the past? What kinds of things have not worked for them in the past? And finding what would be the best solution for them, right? And it's just another thing that we can show and showcase when that comes out. So I'm so excited about that. It looks like they're going to launch the bike in Canada by either end of next year or early next year. So Laura, when you're watching the recording on this, they are still waiting on the timeline for the UK, so we don't have that yet. But the president of Mix said he is committed to making it happen. So hopefully Laura will be able to get it in the UK sooner than later, but who knows, maybe if some of those bike programs or bicycles work, she can get the programs and do it off of there too. And then BODi. One thing that I want to say about BODi is that you really, as a coach, want to dig into Nutrition Plus. Do everything you can to learn about Nutrition Plus. I would really make sure to take the time to go through Nutrition Plus, understand what it is, understand the benefits of it. I know Jill had some questions on it and I was kind of sharing with her. It did take me a little while to dig in. When we started Nutrition Plus, all it was just some, hey buddy, oh, we got to give Ty a high five. He deadlifted, what did you deadlift? 210. 210 today. Like, dude, I know, like he's been crushing it this month. So exciting.
2 different workouts today, setting personal records at all of them.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So pumped. So pumped. Okay. It took me a while to understand it. And I think like when they got it started, they probably knew the direction they were going. We as coaches didn't know the direction we were going. So one thing that I've learned is that when Beachbody comes out with new stuff, dig in and dial in, because they've got a bigger and grander plan that they're going to do with it. And that's where Nutrition Plus comes in. So with having access to both nutrition programs now, when they purchase a challenge pack, Nutrition Plus comes in handy. And so what I really want us to start to think about, and what I want us to do as coaches, is to think, what can we do to help our challengers and new coaches dig into that first 30 days for free? We need to, and it's something that's on my radar, and I don't have any answers, and I have a full docket today. So think about it. You know, what kinds of things, as you dig in, what kinds of things can we utilize and showcase that it's going to be super solid? So Alana and Autumn both have segments in there where you can learn different videos, like different things. Like one time, Autumn had information on gut health and vitamins, and Alana had something about emotional eating, and they each have office hours where they do one-on-one calls, which I really like to listen to every once in a while, because it really helps me to think as I hear them talking and asking questions for their clients, what kinds of things can I ask my challengers when they're like, I'm not seeing any results, I'm struggling with this, or I'm plateauing? Most of the time, it's going to come down to nutrition. And so I really think like you can guide them through workouts. You can ask them, are you being consistent? When are you getting your workout in? You know, are you following the plan? That's about all you can do with workouts, right? It doesn't matter if you lift 10 pounds and I lift 15. If all you can lift is 10, that's great. If you've been doing it for 5 years and you haven't progressed from the 10, maybe that's something you can talk about. But most of the time, the difference is going to be in the kitchen, right? The difference, that's where abs are made. Their abs are made in the kitchen, and we have to get our nutrition in line. So understanding it from a coach standpoint, and I'm saying this for myself too, because nutrition is not easy for me either. But I really feel like if I'm going to help people make a difference and have the energy and the attitude and feel good about their body and their joints because they're able to fuel their body in the right way, nutrition is going to be where it's key. So I know for me, one of the things I want to do is start looking at Nutrition Plus and saying like, okay, what's a new recipe that I can try this week, right? I think how awesome would it be if you can do that, because you can use that content from trying a new recipe on multiple levels. You can do an IGTV on what you did and how you made it. You could do an IGTV on like the kids eating it. Is it family approved or not? And guess what? If the kids are like, oh no, you can be like, okay, well that one was not one, but showing them different things, you know, like what could I do to adjust the recipe, or what could I add to it? You know, things like that. You could do a reel on the ingredients that you make and how it looks, you know, in the beginning and how it looks in the end. You can do a post of your final product if you decide to do a dessert or something, showcasing, or a family approved, a kid approved meal. That is huge. How many times as a mom do we are so nervous to try a new meal plan or a new diet or something because you're like, I don't want to cook a meal for me and cook a meal for my kids. That's a huge thing. So as moms, we are busy, and I know busy isn't you know, nothing that we need to get a trophy for, but it's true. And I think doing different things are very overwhelming to moms. I know that they are, and I'll be honest, I'm very blessed. Jeff does most of the cooking. So, but I know that I don't want to give him multiple meals to make, you know. Ty is my picky eater out of all of them, but he's coming around, and he's eating more things as he's realizing the importance of nutrition and how a box of goldfish isn't going to get him the proper nutrients that he needs, because that used to be his thing. So digging into that is going to be super, super important. They both give new recipes every month so that you can try new things before they're ever put into the regular Portion Fix and To-Be mindset. So you get new ones in there. So check that out. But Nutrition Plus is going to be where they put body. And that's going to be where your live interactive classes are going to be. And as a beta tester, when you are in Nutrition Plus, you're going to be able to do those in body in August. And then it's going to be released in September to the general bod or to the people that have Nutrition Plus. So as a coach, which is another amazing feature, you get 25% off that. So if you're a customer and you're coming to month 2, like, I really want us to think about how can we promote it? How can we share it? How can we share the benefits? You know, we're not just trying to get them hooked on another product. We want to share with them how this is going to help you on your journey. But then they're going to also get access to these live classes where Peloton, I want to say, and we should ask Sabrina because I know she does it right now because she has a Peloton bike, but I want to say it's somewhere between $30 and $50, depending on maybe packaging or whatever, where this is going to be $19.95. And if you're a coach, you get access to it for $14.95. So not only do you get access to the videos every month that change out, you get access to the brand new recipes, but you're going to get access to these live classes. That's a huge, huge deal, right? So, and Carla, when you're talking about thinking about trying portion control by doing 645, Amala follows intermittent fasting. You don't need to do that. You can totally try Portion Fix. I always tell people, try what works best for you. Jeff decides to make a shake right now. Try, or maybe Ty, try what's best for you. But if you want more information on intermittent fasting, go to Autumn Calabrese's Instagram page, and she did an IGTV with Amala. It's just, that's what Amala follows. But Portion Fix, she redid it. So it's no longer the full 40 videos. It's 3 different rails. And I've been listening to those. Rail 1 is something I actually think everyone needs to listen to, because it talks about like how to take pictures, how to do measurements, why it's important to get sleep, like why water is important, all that kind of stuff. And then rail 2 is where she talks about the different things. So carb cycling, time nutrition, intermittent fasting, all of those kinds of things. And then track 3 is like how to get through parties and how to do takeout and extra things like that. So as coaches, we want to make sure we get through all those. So take a look at those, Carla, because I think that those might really help you too, to see what's best for you. I am a true believer that you've got to listen to what your body needs. So when I switched into summer, I was like, I need to get out of Portion Fix. I need to get more into 2B Mindset, because I just feel like, 1, my body needs a little bit of a change, but 2, it's summer, right? We can eat a lot more veggies and things like that. And I feel like I can fill my body up that way. Okay, so that was on Summit. And the other thing I wanted to tell you was that, and I know you both got your Summit ticket. So if you're listening to the recording, you want to make sure you get your Summit ticket. The $135 promo price is gone. But just keep on the lookout. They might throw another promo price in there at some point in time. The other thing too is, if you become a new coach and you're in your Success Starter months, you have 6 months to hit Success Starter. And that means hitting SC5 for 3 out of the 6 months. And then you'll get your ticket taken care of. So Alicia, you still have until, is it September, October, maybe? I don't remember.
I think it's October.
October. Okay, I couldn't remember. One of you's October and one of you September. If you hit it 2 more months, I know you purchased your ticket, you'll get your ticket refunded, money back to you. So Beachbody is really good about that. So Jeff got Success Starter last year. I got him to Success Starter last year, and because Summit was closed, he went ahead and they offered him a Success Starter ticket this year. So, which is really great, because then that was a free ticket. I didn't have to worry about that. And then Jill already got a room reserved. So, and I know she has, I think, at least 1, maybe 2 girls coming. So as we get closer, I know the rooms go really fast, but there's always places where coaches have maybe 2 or 3. We can always pop more people in, or if someone else wants to try to reserve a room. And if not, we'll find a room. Don't stress. I promise you we'll get a spot for you guys to stay, okay? As we get closer, there will be like message threads and stuff like that with all of Team Inspiration that I'll get everybody added in. And gosh, at this point, we have you guys coming, Jill's coming. Jill has 1 more, so that's 4 people coming. Did I see someone else got a ticket? Hold on, let me see. I think that was it for now, but I want to do a team picture. So we're going to do a team picture. We'll do a team dinner. We'll do all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Okay. Any questions on Summit stuff? I think you guys are pretty good on that. Okay. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Bod Squad. So one of the things about Bod Squad is it seemed a little confusing to me at first, but it really I watched a video on the Beachbody Champions page, and it kind of came a little bit clearer. And I should have probably talked about this at the beginning of July, but I feel like my month has been kind of crazy. And here we are on the 22nd, right? 21st. And I'm like, where did the month go? We have until August 31st. But basically what it is Beachbody is doing the Bod Squad promotion, where every 5 people that you add onto your Bod Squad, you'll earn an Amala bobblehead. And then when you add 10 people to your Bod Squad, you can earn a Beachbody lap desk, which both are super fun. what that means is it's got to be brand new people. It can be coach, it can be customer. If you search on Beachbody's champions page, Bod Squad, there's a video with Jennifer, what's her last name? I can't seem to think it off the top of my head, but search under Bod Squad. She does like a 12-minute video in there, but in there, Michael Neiman does a little video that kind of helps you, but it basically shows like for every 5 people you add, or up to 5 people, you get your bobblehead. Up to 10, you get your lap desk. And then if you bring a coach on and that coach enrolls people, that counts up for you and that counts for them. Okay. So I think we should each have a goal of at least 5 people from now until August. But honestly, if we each get 10 on, that's going to help us hit Success Club for July and for August, right? So at least 3 people, and it has to count for an SC point. So 3 people in July, 3 people in August, we can easily hit 6 people. But could you imagine if we got 4 more and just added that in there? So as we think about that, I want to propose that we do a 30-day challenge. And it's, I'm gonna come out with a little video that I'm going to kind of share with you guys tomorrow. I'm still kind of finalizing some of the details, but I got the idea from Shireen and I thought, how fun would it be for us to do this together? Doing a 30-day challenge where we're just kind of focusing on some simple things that we need to do, like posting, making a reel, doing our invites, basically pulling it off like the habit trackers or our success, you know, and I want us to utilize the back office tracker. Okay. I want you to get used to utilizing that back office tracker. And I'm going to show you a couple things here in a second, because I've been trying to play around with it. I've probably spent most of my time as a coach trying to figure out the best way to keep up with my people that I invite. And I feel like I've gone between notebooks, and then I've got all these notebooks to my Rise Up planner, to a Google Sheet, to Streak, to Teamsy. And you don't have to pay for anything now, like nothing you have to pay for, because Beachbody has it all in your back office. So we're going to incorporate some of that so you get used to utilizing it. So you can access this whether you're on your phone or on a computer. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you this right here. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me sign back in. It logged me out. So I love this right here because I used to use Micah's tracker all the time. It always went with me, and it was just one more note, because I have them like in a 3-ring binder. Like I combined 52 pages because of 52 weeks in the year all together at the beginning of the last couple years. And I found that it's just one more notebook I was carrying around, and it was a lot, just a lot to worry about. So this Success Club tracker to me is like bomb. Okay. So, and this is what they utilized in the Take Action Challenge. And this is so nice because you can see, like, here's your dashboard. When you go to your dashboard, you can look to see like how many SC points you have, where are you at with your PV. You can look back and say like how many, okay, so like last month, I only had 6 points. And my last month, but I hit SC5 and that counts, right? I've hit SC5 for 18 months. Last month, I only hit 6. So my SC10 qualified went out the window. So, but that's okay. And then you can even put in here, what is your why every day, right? What is your why? It's going to tell you. Now, I just started pulling this back out after I got back from Florida, because I'm like, I got to get back into the swing of things. But you can see like how many connections did you make last week? I only entered in 2. Okay. I made more connections than that, but I didn't enter anything in. And how many invites I sent this week? Well, to be honest, I sent 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28 I've sent between Monday and today, and I still have more to send out tonight. So I have it written on my Rise Up planner. I don't put them all in here because I don't have all my connections in. And then you would have your follow-ups here. But when you go into your day, what I love about this is everything is well laid out. And I actually added a couple things in here. So like I want to watch a nutrition video every day, 5 to 7 minutes. And a lot of times I do it and listen to it while I'm connecting in the bod group, while I'm commenting on their stuff and loving on their posts. I listen to a nutrition video. So I added that as a daily task. I also added follow your nutrition plan. Now I know that I'm going to Disney to celebrate Maddie's birthday on Friday. I guarantee you I am not going to be following my nutrition plan this weekend. But when I get back on Tuesday, I'm going to be like full force into my nutrition plan. And so I want to make sure like, hey, when I am on my nutrition game and I am on my, it helps me so much with my business. That is when I thrive. And like, I kind of even felt it last week when I was off my nutrition game and summit and all this kind of stuff. Like my connections, all of that weren't as solid as they have been in the past. In the last few days, getting my groove back, I'm feeling so good about what I'm inviting to and how I'm feeling. And my energy is just so much there. So when you feel good about what you're doing, that comes through on your invite. People want to be a part of that. So I added that on here as well. You're connecting your follow-ups and your invites. I love this because this is exactly what's on the Success Club tracker. So what you want to do is you want to go into add connections, and you can, from there, you can add quick connections. You can add in their name, their method that you found them, and any notes in there. So like today, somebody was like, I'm moving right now, but I want to talk to you in a couple months. I said, perfect. So I added her in my connections. I'm slowly but surely moving people over, like I said, from Teamsy to here. My VA is going to help me next month. But what I found is that then once they're added into your connections, now you can add an invite to them. And you can look to see. So you can see I only have 5 connections in here, right? Because I'm just getting this started. But these are people that I can connect to, right? And I can just go in there and see, you know, who I've got in there. And then I can be like, okay, when am I ready to invite? And I can also do a schedule of follow-up. So if I decided I wanted to schedule a follow-up, I can put in here, yes, and I can put the date. And so I know like, hey, I want to follow back up with them. So when I go back and look at them, I can say what I want to follow up on. The other thing is that you can write some notes here. Now, I don't know how you can go back and view previous week's notes because I haven't done them, but how awesome would it be if you could put in here different things like, hey, Nita, just check back in. So-and-so said they were sick. If I'm seeing that they're sick or something, I'm not going to be like, hey, you need to come join my group. No, they're probably not feeling well, and that's not the right way to socialize with them. So I can come back another week and do that. So little things that I'm trying to find out what's the best route for me to go, but finding a groove and remembering, because you're going to find like if people say yes and you're out and about, what I like to do is take a snapshot of them. And on Sunday, I go back through my snapshots and my camera roll from the previous week. I clean out old videos or anything I don't want, extra selfies. And then I look to see who did I connect with. And there's so many times where I'm like, I have 4 names here that I totally even forgot they wanted more information. And the magic is in the follow-up. When you follow up with people, that is where the magic happens. Otherwise, you just look like another salesperson that's just trying to sell them something and you've moved on, right? So you want to get to know them. So this back office is amazing. And then you can contribute to your challenge group, which I really encourage everybody to take 5-10 minutes, love on people in the message threads, love on people in the bod groups, because there are people in the bod groups that are not in the message threads and they need love on there too. And then I did talk about this a couple calls ago about following up with new Shakeology users. You want to make sure for your new people that you're following up with them. And then under personal development, I actually added in affirmations and vision. I'm listening to that every day. And after coming back from Summit, there's actually some things that I want to change in my vision on what I'm seeing for me and my family. And I want to add some affirmations in there too. So affirmations are things like, why is it so easy to find new women who want to join my crew every day? Why am I so blessed that my community is so large, filled with empowered women? Why is it so easy to have so much patience for my mom, or things like that? You know, how is it that I am able to be more in love with my husband every day? Or how crazy is it that I can have the patience that my kids need for me every day? The things that you want to incorporate in your life on a daily basis, on a consistent basis, you are believing in your head and you're saying it to yourself. Gosh, that is so easy to happen. That is so easy to do. That's so easy to embrace. That's so easy to take on. Those are the things you want to say, because then your heart and your mind believe it. And so when it comes to the time where you want to, you know, possibly punch your kids in the face because they're being crazy, right? You remember, gosh, I have the patience for this. It's just easy that way, right? And so it helps a lot in that way. So I'm trying to change some of my affirmations to afformations. And I use the Think Up app. And I listen to my Think Up app every morning for 10 minutes. That has been a game changer for me too. So that is that portion of it. The other thing that I was going to say is I want you to think about your end of year goals. Where do you want to be? So like, for an example, I know while we were at Summit, I talked to Alicia. She has a goal to be a diamond by August 24th. My goal is to be a 2-star by August 24th. And part of my goals is to help Alicia hit diamond so that I can go, and I'm going to be running with her too, because my goal is to get my husband to diamond. She's going to get to diamond. And then together we can make 2-star for our team. And that's 2 stars closer to our 5-star elite team that we want to be by the end of the year. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know what your vision is. What do you see for your family? Is that, you know, some dollar amount to take care of your family, or to help cover a bill, or to go on vacation? Is it to help put money aside? Is it because you want to help women? Is it, however, whatever your goal is, let's break that down, and I want to help you reverse engineer it. So that's what I want you to think about as we're hitting into the end of the month and hitting into August, because it's time to rock and roll. Like, these are the things we want to do so that we can hit some new goals. And, you know, like if you say, well, I want to be 2-star, I want to know, what is 2-star going to do for you? What are you going to do when you get that bonus of $400? What is your plan for that, right? What do you want to do? Like, what does 2-star mean to you? That's going to be more, you know, like, because you're going to, when you get to 2-star, you're going to be like, okay, great, I'm 2-star. Okay, now what? No, 2-star means that you have income coming in consistently, that you are now able to count on that money. You can open up a second CBC. You can bring in another stream of income. Those are the things that are going to help benefit you. You know that you are going to at least be bringing in X amount of dollars. And when you have a dollar amount in your mind and what that money is going to do for you, that's going to help us to break down, like, okay, where's that income going to come from? And how am I going to get to that point? That's going to help you get from point A to point B. Because, you know, if my goal is to pay off, let's just say your goal is to pay off $3,000 in debt, and you want to make X amount of money, every day when you wake up, you're going to have that goal in mind. You're going to know what you want. Or you want to go on vacation with your kids to the mountains and you want to get a cabin for a week. Literally have a picture of a cabin in front of where you're working, right? And have a mental picture of what is it going to look like when you're kids and you get to go outside and see the sunrise over those mountains. That's going to help you show up when you are tired and you're cranky and the kids are crying and you're trying to figure out, how in the world am I going to get things done? Because you know you're working and you want to send those invites and you want to change some lives, because you know that, hey, I'm going to get my kids to that mountain and we're going to take that vacation. I can see it. It's going to happen. It's inevitable, because that's my vision. Those are the things that are going to help you. So I want you to take the time to think about it. And when you're ready, let me know, because I'll do a one-on-one call with you so that we can break down your goals, your vision, what you want, and then how we can break it down to help you get there. Okay? Okay. Any questions? I kind of whipped through some of that, but I know we've got some crazy lives going on. Same here, and I want to make sure you guys are good to go. You have any questions? Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop my screen.
No
share.
questions, but I love the back office. I've been using it the last 3 days.
Yes.
I'm like, where has this been? Because I'm like you, I've been like writing on notebooks, and I'm like, I don't really like that. I've been doing this, but the back office, oh, I love it.
So good, so good. Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. If you were to see all the notebooks I have in my upstairs office, like it's just insane. And I've been so nervous to even throw them away. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't even know why I'm keeping them. I haven't looked at them in like years, like, you know, and the person I was back then and I was inviting to and I was like talking to is so different than the person I am today. So it's like I should just toss them. But I don't know, for some reason in my head, I'm like, no, I can't do it. But yes, it's so good. So good. I'm glad you're using it because it's magic. It's magic. So, okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to stop the recording. Let me know if you have any questions and we will see you in the threads. Bye.